And hello YouTube. Today at powerjackrepair.org we got an Asus board from q501l, q552ub. They're all pretty much the same. q502, q550. Now the reason I want to show you this particular case is that many times, even if I replace the jack right here, put a brand new jack in there, it still won't work well, because what happens is there's a trace inside of the board coming from the back of the connector, going down to, I think those are the guys where it's going to. I don't really remember quite well right now. I think, you know what, right here is where it's going, right here. Let me see if we get any current there right now. Let's see. Yep. So the point is, once you replace this guy, what you need to do is you need to run the wire from here all the way around to here. Now the problem is there is a hinge right here which won't let you to run any thick wires here, so you kind of have to play around. And so basically that's the reason I want to make the video, because even if you replace the connector, it's still not gonna work because the trace inside gets damaged. And even in this case, I think I'm not sure if it's the jack or if it's the, well, the jack looks okay. So let's try and see if we're getting the current all the way to here. All right, so we do get the current. So there is something isn't right with the jack here someplace, I guess. Or maybe the client's adapter is faulty. So that could be the issue too. Or maybe there is some sort of power. Well, hold on 1 second. Hard to say. You know, hard to say. Let me do everything in my power here to replace the jack, run the wire to the connector right there, and I hope that that's gonna solve the problem. If it's not gonna solve the problem, it's probably the connector that goes into the jack that's faulty. But many times it's the trace inside right here that stops conducting the electricity down there, especially once it kind of becomes hot. And on this end, it doesn't seem like anything is faulty. So let me insulate the area like that, so that nothing will get melted here. Insulate the area right here as well. Don't want this cable to melt either. All right, and let's put some Kapton tape onto this guy, because I don't want the connector to go bad either. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe there's a shortage on the motherboard and I'm just wasting my time with this guy. That could be also the case. Well, let's replace this connector and then put this guy in, run the wire. Then we're gonna connect it to the power source, see if the power goes out. Maybe I should connect it right now. You know what? Let me connect it right about now. All right, let's see. Let's connect the current. All right, so before I connect anything, I need to remove the insulation because it's a conductor. Let's throw it away. You know what? It just I'm suspecting that this thing might not conduct anything. Let's see, do we get voltage at the jack? Yeah, we do get voltage at the jack. Let me see if we get the voltage at the board. Yeah, we do get voltage at the board. I mean, we do get voltage. Let's see if we get voltage at the back of the board here. Nothing, we're not getting anything there. We are not getting anything right. No, we do get something. You know what, I honestly don't think it's even a jack issue, it's just something that people sent away to see if we can figure it out. But I mean, since it's already here, it's not like I'm gonna... Maybe it's the jack issue, go figure. Maybe people just started to wiggle it. Let me see if we get again the voltage at the back of the jack. Do we get the voltage at the battery terminals? No, we're not getting any voltage at the battery terminals. Nope, nothing. Nothing, nada. Alright, so assuming... Well, again, it's not a jack issue. But the thing is, we got the point that with this motherboard, nothing, it doesn't provide me any voltage anywhere. With this particular motherboard, what you need to understand is that you need to bypass the area right here, because you see there is no traces running through, and you need to run it down to these guys right here. But in this case, it goes here, it goes right there. You know, nothing comes out right here, nothing comes out. And the reason nothing comes out right there, because we have a shortage on the motherboard someplace. Where exactly, I don't know. So what happens is here, let me zoom in. So the current goes from this pin in the back, it goes through those two guys right here, goes right there, goes right there, goes right here. Oh, it doesn't go right there. I was hoping it goes over it. Nope. Okay, so, and on this side, it's supposed to go through this diode right here. And then it stops right here, probably, yeah? Yeah, it does stop right there. Oh? Oh no, it doesn't stop? Oof, shoot. Ah. Right into my eye. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put safety glasses on, because this just doesn't work well for me. Alright, so my question is, why is it... Ah, I see. Alright. So what happens is it drains to the... Oh, it doesn't drain there. Does it drain there? No, so that side is still a positive end. Right there, still a positive end, but nothing gets to here anywhere. So that's a diode, that's a diode. Not a diode, MOSFET. It's a MOSFET, that's a MOSFET, that's a MOSFET. And in case the MOSFET encounters a shortage down the road, it drops the voltage. Could the MOSFET go bad? Yeah, it could, but chances are like almost nothing. So, all right. Now it's supposed to be an easy repair. Now it's not so easy anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna solder a wire to right here, and we're gonna inject the voltage. And because we bypassed the two MOSFETs, we're gonna inject the voltage right here, and we're gonna look on the thermal camera how things are and where they at. So let's hope that my camera is working and connected. All right, let's see. Does the infrared, well, doesn't want to power up for some reason. And it's a brand new piece that stopped working, I guess, after the first try. Strange. All right, so we are able to see something. We will figure out, if it's gonna show me anything today or not. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just add a tiny wire to right here. That's the other way. Okay. Good job. Alright, I'm not sure when I press the pause button, but the problem turned out to be that we get the voltage here going through and it goes well. But when I measure the continuity on this capacitor right here, we get 0 on this guy. So let me remove the capacitor and let me remove the wire. Should have already shut down the station. Alright, so the way how we're gonna remove the capacitor is by putting a whole bunch of flux. Right there. We're gonna use small tweezers. Those are broken. Okay, so this I used to point things with. Alright, let's try those guys right here. These guys, okay. So that's that. Let's remove the wire first. So we know that the problem is not farther in the board. The problem is right there probably. Let me add some solder right here. Let me add some solder right there. That way the solder gonna mix up a little bit. We're gonna run the hot air right here, trying to move this guy off of the motherboard. You know what, I should have tried the other pencil hot air here because too many components nearby. Okay, right there. So we got this guy off. All right, let's measure it and see if it was the problem to begin with. All right. And no, it wasn't the problem. Nope. Hmm. All right, so what I want to do is I want to remove the first diode. Well, let me try and see if it's gonna work first. Alrighty. Here we have let's warm up the soldering iron first. I want to put some solder onto the pins. Yeah, good luck with that. The soldering tip is too big. All right, well, let's take it off the board. All right. You know what, I will just try to push it off the board. Needs more heat. More heat. Okay. Okay. Now let's measure the voltages here. Alrighty. This is really strange. Why is it shorting right away on this end? Let's see. So my guess, maybe the second one was faulty. It's really easy to find out which one is faulty just by running a wire. Let's run a wire. All right, that wasn't the best wire running I ever did. But now let's see if we're gonna get the voltage through the second how you call it, through the second MOSFET. Just want to make sure that it's all nice and clean here. All right, looks good. Alrighty, so the moment of truth, was it the first diode or the second diode? Let me put the glasses on just in case. Alright, let's connect this guy. Let's measure the voltage. Alright, yeah, and we get 20 volts on the output right here. Now, I'm gonna go check and see if I have the smaller diodes, but I'm pretty sure I don't have them. So maybe if I have one of those, I have bigger ones do we have any bigger ones on this board? We probably do on the other side, like the ones that one right here. Those I have plenty of, but those guys, I'm gonna go snap a few pictures, order maybe a few of those. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, everything is going through just fine. And I'm probably just gonna replace the jack just in case. I run the wire right there as well. Because who knows, maybe the faulty trace inside of the board caused that MOSFET to go bad. You never know. So the point is the board gonna work. I'm sure about it. Let's see if maybe we can. Is that the power button right here, or it's not the power button? I guess this is not the power button. Hard to say. Anyways, let's see if we get any voltage coming to the battery. Strange. Let's see. Maybe this is the plus side. Yeah, that's the plus side. You see there's voltage coming through to those 3 positive pins. This is the handshake right here. Oh, and we got the fan spinning, so that's all good. All right, that means the board gonna work fine. The only thing that left to do for me is to replace the jack, because what if the jack was faulty, and that's the reason why. Basically, again, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna replace the jack, run the wire to that piece right there. We have a bypass on that diode, and yeah, because I don't want it to come back here saying that, bro, you know, the thing doesn't work for some reason. And again, the diode might go bad because the jack was faulty, because the trace inside of the board was faulty, or because the power cord was faulty. So it's one of those. All right, so let me go get, again, going above and beyond. But people don't usually appreciate it, so sometimes it's not exactly, nobody gonna say thank you for it. Sometimes sometimes it's better not to go above and beyond. Delegate the work to other professionals. In terms of, you know, when you go to the doctor's office, the goal isn't to cure you, but to delegate the job to somebody else. So let's remove this guy, put the new one in, run the wire to the nearby component for the current, and hopefully everything's gonna work. All right. So the way how we are gonna fix this guy up, where is my, okay, right here. Good job. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some flux right there. Then we're gonna add some solder right here. Right there. Basically, the MOSFETs are made to handle voltage up to 30 volts. And when it experiences too much voltage going through the MOSFET, it drops that voltage into the ground. And I guess there was more voltage going through the board at one time, and it dropped the voltage to the ground, and that's it doesn't really work like a fuse. Mostly works to keep the voltage steady. All right, so here we, all right, so let's position you a bit further away, and let's take this old connector out. Maybe the connector was an issue here as well. Maybe that's the reason why the MOSFET went bad. But again, the goal was to find the reason why the board doesn't work. I found the source. But again, You know, like when you go to the doctor, they usually treat the symptoms, they never treat the real source. So the real source might have been the jack, it might have been the power cord, or it might have been the trace inside of the board that almost always goes out and stops conducting the electricity, and before it stops conducting, gives the constant power interruptions. And when you interrupt the power all the time to the board, you kind of get what we got here. All right, so here. Alrighty. Here. All right, so we got the old connector out. All right, we're gonna brand new piece that we're gonna put right here. All right, we're gonna put some flux right there. Put the new piece like that. Okay. And like that. Okay. Let's shut down the hot air. I can bet you the client gonna call and say, what did you do to my board? I sent you the board for a jack replacement and you did that. Well, you know, sometimes it's hard to talk to the clients. So here, let's see what can we do here. No, we're not gonna do this guy. Let's see if we can do. Alrighty. like that. Like that. Okay. So I did. Oh, you know, let me add a little bit more flux in there, so that everything would be extremely nicely flushed. Okay. Good job. And now we're just gonna run this wire like that. And like that. Let's pretend this guy. Okay. And let's solder it to those guys right here. Already. And okay, already. Like that. And what I need to do, I need to finish it up with hot glue. Alrighty, let's plug it in. See if you're gonna get any voltage to the laptop. Yep, we do get voltage, but for some reason, is it gonna power up or it's not gonna power up? Or is it waiting for something to happen? Okay, let's see if we get voltage to the battery. Yeah, we get voltage to the battery. Right, we all set. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like. I will hot glue the rest of the situation here, and everything should work here, hopefully. If the fan would work, I would really appreciate it, but I think it needs to heat up. Yeah, the battery, the heatsink is heating up. The fan gonna kick in as soon as everything heats up. So let me disconnect that. Let me disconnect that as well. Oh, by the way, there is a screw missing here. Hopefully the client gonna notice it. Or should I screw it in myself? Probably should put a screw in there. Because if the client misses that screw, the whole thing gonna fry. Alright. Alright, good job. Okay, excellent. Maybe slightly bigger screw. Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, we mentioned on the website text us because we just I can't be fixing at the same time recording the video and pick up the phone. Alright, good job. Oh yeah. Thanks so much, and you guys take care and have a good day. Thank you.